Well, good afternoon. Welcome to it. We are live from the Craftsman Inn & Suites here in Fayetteville, New York. We're super stoked to have you with us for the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. What an event this has been so far. 64 pilots. It sold out within 7 minutes a couple of months ago. 64 pilots rolling to town. We have taken that field, sliced and diced it into 4 different groups. Our hobbyist group, which was qualifiers 49 and onwards. Our sport group, which we ran a couple hours ago, 33 to 48. We're now at our pro division, 17 through 32. And then coming up just after 5:30 Eastern this afternoon, the Elite 16. Crowning champions at the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. You're joining us here for the start of the pro class, those qualifiers 17 through 32. And we have an outstanding roster of pilots. A couple new faces that we'll get to see over the course of this event. But a couple staples as well. We got the reigning sport class champion from this event a year ago. We have a bunch that were on our podium last year in pro. In fact, last year's second runner-up is going to be in heat number 1. And again, as I said, a bunch of new faces. 16 pilots in our pro class. It is a double elimination bracket, a traditional format that I'm sure you have seen before. We'll run these groups of 4 pilots. Top 2 in each of the matches. They're 3-lap races. The top 2 will advance in the winner's bracket. That's the top side of this graphic here on your screen. If you are 3rd or 4th in this preliminary round, you'll go into the redemption bracket below. And when you're in the redemption bracket, as long as you're the top 2, you're good. You could even make it back into the winner's side, at least in the final. But if you are 3rd or 4th again, that is when your journey comes to an end, and you'll be ranked in the, well, I want to say like the 8 to 16 range. But there is a chance if you pull a 3rd in that first round to go into this redemption bracket and find yourself in that final 4 at the end, vying for the title of Pro Class Champion of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Our thanks to our hosts, weBLEEDFPV.com. They are our presenting sponsor. They're also our hosts. Thanks to Zotac and Borgslayer for all that they have done to make this event a success, and of course all that they do for the FPV drone racing community. Our other ultimate sponsor, of course, R&B IT Solutions. IT Solutions and Network Management, our ultimate sponsors again for the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. So 14 matches. It could be as many as 21 different, no, 20. It could be as many as 20 different heats over the course of the next 90 minutes or so. We're excited to have you with us on the Multi-GP YouTube channel and on the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel as well. And regardless of where you're watching us, if you're on a big screen or a nice 4K screen at home, hit that setting button, hit the toggle, and why don't you enjoy this in 4K? This is our first broadcast weekend streaming to our fans worldwide in 4K high definition. Be able to really go along for the rides with some of the fastest whoop pilots on the planet. Match number 1, moments away. Here in match number 1, we have Chainsaw FPV from Massachusetts, 30th in qualifying this week. He was in the top 16 of Elite last year, finds himself highly seated here in Pro in 2026. We got Trash Biss making the trip over from Colorado. We got Farmers from Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. Last year was our second runner-up, 3rd on our podium in this pro class division. And Scrap Heap back at the Northeast Whoop Championship. He was with us a year ago looking for a big finish here as those 4 pilots find themselves in match number 1 in our pro class, and they are set to fly 3-lap races. Top 2, winner's bracket bound. Bottom 2 still with a chance to advance. Let's go green, pilots. Arm your quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Big start and a great start, and we're underway. Whole shot going to Trash Biss. He now drops a position and drops his quad into the ground. You got Farmers Out front, you got Chainsaw giving chase, catching up with Scrap Heap, and now Trash Biss has found a gear, has already caught himself back up to the rest of the field, and you're going to see them come across here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Scrap Heap, Farmers. Then, where's the rest? There's Trash Biss and Scrap Heap onto lap number 2. 1 down, 2 to go here in our Pro Class division. Farmers now your leader after 2 laps down, 1 to go. White flag flies for him. Scrap Heap gets on that final lap as well. He's 6 seconds back from the leader, but in these brackets, until we get to the final, top 2 is what you want to do. And if you're third, you got to find some ground. Trash Biss gets onto his final lap, 7.1 seconds back from our leader, which is Farmers FPV. And a new leader by way of Scrap Heap. Did Scrap Heap finish? Yep. Like, did he go to Trash Heap? Yeah. He doesn't. He's not in now. He's outside. And so a couple of changes in the lead on that one. And Scrap Heap is the one who gets the win by a second and a half. Hotly contested battle for the win. And that's what I like to see. All 4 pilots getting their 3 laps in. Finish order comes in. Scrap Heap with the win. A second and a half back. Farmers in second. 4.1 seconds back from them. Trash Biss in third. Chainsaw FPV in fourth. Haven't heard anything from our officials, so it sounds like results are official. And so we'll bump Scrap Heap and Farmers up in the winners bracket. They're going to be back in match number 6. No channel changes. And into the redemption bracket, we take Trash Biss and Chainsaw FPV to match number 5. No channel changes. No channel changes. We're coming to you live from the Craftsman Inn and Suites here in Fayetteville, New York. Just down the 90 from Buffalo. I think it was about, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours from Buffalo. Didn't seem like much. We were able to make it here in great time. The story of this event on qualifying day, everyone talking about the travel as there were some crazy snowstorms hitting the Northeast. Flights were delayed. A few pilots had to stay overnight in the Detroit airport. Not a fun time to do that by any means. Yeah, it was a tough journey to get here. Now that we're here, it's actually beautiful out right now. Compared to what we had, I think it's about I want to say about 36, 37 degrees outside Fahrenheit, about 3 degrees Celsius. Sun is shining. And here inside of the ballroom at the Craftsman Inn and Suites, it is electric hot as we get set for group number 2, heat 2, match 2. We got Monster Duke from New York, New York. We got Callisto from Georgia. We got IP from Buffalo, New York, and FPV Gaps is back representing the Buckeye State of Ohio. Talking about a lot of pilots and their progression, finding themselves advancing into pro. Well, FPV Gaps this year missed the elite by 3 positions. Last year he was top 15 of elite, and right now he is second highest qualifier in the pro division. So better chance. Hit some podiums here. These 4 are ready to fly. All right. Arm those quads, pilots. We're live on the tone in lesson 5. Beautiful start. Heard a little bit of a ringer-dinger after the whole shot gate, which is our timing gate, transitioning from lap 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but no one the worse for wear. Monster Duke had the whole shot in the early lead. It looks like FPV Gaps is going to be closest to him. Now we're going to take IP as your leader. IP, FPV Gaps, your top 2. Callisto running third. And now we're going to try and catch up with Monster Duke in the number 4 position. IP, your leader, out front. FPV Gaps is only about 5 feet behind him. Those are your top 2. And then, of course, looking for that transfer position, it was Callisto. He was 2.6 seconds away from the top 2, but he has lost some ground as he's going to try and get onto the final lap with IP and FPV Gaps. But they are out front, separated by 0.8 of a second. There's Callisto. He's 9.8 seconds back from the transfer position. So let's watch some crazy rolling video from our leader, IP. He's able to fly through the pain. And we ring the bell. We get to the crash gate as well with IP. And now we get through that crash gate with FPV Gaps. That was almost a pucker moment right there. And Callisto finishing up number 3 spot, 8.8 seconds back. Gaps crashed. You heard him ring the bell. You saw it, his lap time posted on the scoring screen. But the official end is in that crash gate. But FPV Gaps had that 9 seconds to his credit that he needed to get across the gate. They're into that crash gate, and it worked out for him, pulling up second to IP's 3 laps, a minute 11. What a big jump we're seeing in our times. 3 laps in the times that we were doing some of our sport earlier today. Third going to go to Callisto. Fourth going to go to Monster Duke. Haven't heard anything from our officials, and so we're going to save that one and move IP and FPV Gaps up in the winners bracket. I got channel changes for both IP to race band 6, FPV Gaps to race band 8, and channel changes as well for Callisto and Monster Duke going into the redemption bracket. I'm going to go to race band 1 for Callisto, R1 Callisto. Monster Duke going to go to race band 2. When you guys come back in match number 5 of our redemption bracket. That was heat number 2. Up next, still in our preliminary round, getting set for Bagzilla. Saugus, Massachusetts. Equity from Orlando, Florida. FPV Skittles from Washington. And Goons FPV. Lots of storylines to follow, especially in this next matchup. Let's take a look at Skittles. 3 years ago, top 16 a pro. And that year, we only had pro. That was the next year we added elite. But when he was top 16 in pro, finishing the number 11 spot that year, that was essentially the same as 11th in elite. A year later, 2024, 2 years ago, we added elite. Skittles was in the elite, finished top 8. And here he finds himself about the 5th qualifier in the pro class in 2026. And your highest seed in this next matchup, Goons FPV from Phoenix, Arizona. Last year's sport class champion, the weBLEED NorthEast Whoop Championship. So he wins the sport. Next year he qualifies as the pro. 4th in qualifying in the pro division. There's the overall ranking of our pro class, again, 17th through 32nd. Now you look at those names, you've seen half of them, as once we have that qualifying data, they all get seeded. So your top qualifier doesn't meet your second top qualifier until, if they're both successful, the semifinal of the winner's bracket. The higher you seed, the more advantage you get with the pilots you are matched against. Your TQ, your pro, just J, it's going to be in the on-deck heat with the low seed, 2 techs, a couple more in the middle. Let's go green. Match number 3, Goons FPV, reigning sport champ, Skittles, multi-times in the top 16, Equity and Bagzilla. They're ready to fly. Pilots arm those quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Beautiful start for all 4 quads. Last heat, we saw some crashing after the whole shock 8. This time, we're only seeing a lot of potential risk for mid-air, right? Like it is, you see a quad in front of everyone except one's FPV feed at any given time on this given Sunday right here. Goons FPV onto lap number 2. He's got a pretty good lead over the rest of the field, calling 4 seconds. His Equity, Bagzilla, and Skittles are in a battle for second right now, only separated by 1.4 seconds. And as I was looking at the scoring screen, I think Goons just had a little bit of a bobble. And now I'm watching Skittles almost catching up to Goons right now. Skittles making a move from 4th and I think he might be in the top 2. And now we just lost Goons and Skittles. Quick recovery by Goons. And Goons is now still in the lead, but that 4-second lead is now a 1.8-second lead here on the final lap. Equity running second. Skittles 3 seconds behind him. And Bagzilla trying to catch up as well, but this is the final lap. Bagzilla gets on to lap number 3. Goons FPV is ready to ring the bell and get to that crash gate. And he gets there, but it looks like Equity got there before him. And Skittles got there, well, on the timer a bit after him. This one is going to be a fun one. It's going to come down to the tape because our timer gives us some data, but it comes down to when they get through the crash gate. So that one is under review. That was match number 3. And so R6 lap 1 is under review. There's going to be a lot to review. Yeah, give us a... We'll only need a brief moment. While they're reviewing that, I'm going to review the finish order. So we're going to watch this finish order. So first one through the crash gate. Let's go back to the start finish gate. Because I was watching Goons the whole time. But Equity got through that start finish gate first. And to the crash gate. So the win is going to go to Equity pending DVR review. I think he was on at race band 6. So they are actually reviewing him for something else. And so next to go through is going to be Goons in the crash gate. Goons in the crash gate in second. Then Skittles. Skittles almost got him. Skittles was so close. A second and a half at the timing gate, and I think at the crash gate as well. Backing up in real time. Goons. Yeah, it's going to be less than a second and a half. Skittles almost got him. And so more updates coming in. Still need another 30 seconds. And so now that we've figured out our final order, our crash gate order, we have an issue on Equity. Equity went lap 1, went outside of a gate that he should not have gone outside of. And so Equity is now going to pull up. That loses a lap. That's going to give Equity third, right? Because Bagzilla didn't finish the race. So we'll give Equity third. Equity will drop to third. So then Goons gets the win. And that means Skittles was second. So Skittles and Goons going to move on up. There we are. Goons and Skittles moving on up. In our winners bracket to match number 8, no channel changes. Equity and Bagzilla to match number 7. In the redemption bracket, no channel changes. No channel changes. And apparently that is unofficial as well. That is unofficial as well. We have more to review on match number 3. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. We can probably run them while they're doing the review. Yeah. So all we know from match number 3 is that we had a good time. Who did what? Well, we're about to find that out after multiple reviews. Match number 4, 2 techs from Buffalo. Cowboy West from Gravenhurst, Ontario. That's a haul. Northern Ontario. OG Dr. Love of Baltimore, Maryland. No stranger to our podium in pro. 2 years ago, he's top 16 of Elite. Last year, top 4 in pro. Made it to that Final Four. This year, trying to go for that podium. And your top qualifier in pro from Ontario, Canada, Just Jay, who was on our podium in 2004 in the hobbyist class. And now here he is as a top qualifier in pro. We're going green. Hope you're all ready for this. Pilots, arm your quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Big start and whole shot going to Just Jay, Cowboy West, 2 techs, and OG Dr. Love, 1 and 2. So Team Ontario at the front. And behind the scenes, we're going to do a little reset to avoid the frozen thing that we're looking at. Talking about freezing, we're hot with a 20.3. Just Jay with a 3-second lead after lap 1, 2 to go. Cowboy West running in the number 2 spot, 3.9 seconds behind our leader, but 6 seconds the rest of 3rd and 4th. OG Dr. Love onto lap number 2, 6 seconds back from the transfer position, and 2 techs onto that lead lap. Lap number 2 as well, 13 seconds back, as Just Jay now going on to his final lap. Gap in Cowboy West a little bit, now 5 seconds to the good. Looking to OG Dr. Love to get onto lap number 3. Does 7.8 seconds back, and oh no, issues for Cowboy West. He has an 8-second buffer almost. As the bell rings for Just Jay, his first win of the brackets here this afternoon. To move on in our winners brackets. And now Cowboy West gets across the line with just enough time in second. And here comes OG Dr. Love to finish up as well in the number 3 spot. And 2 techs running out the clock on his final lap. So the Ontario boys sitting 1 and 2 and advancing further in our winners bracket. Congrats, Just Jay and OG Dr. Love. We're going to have you move on up to match number 8. Channel change for Just Jay going to race band 8. Just Jay to race band 8 when you come back with Cowboy West in match number 8. Channel change for 2 techs going to go to race band 1 when you come back with OG Dr. Love in match number 7. That was match number 4 complete. Thank you to our great partners of the 2026 weBLEED NorthEast Wimp Championship. And that last one, unofficial.
Thank you, Matt. Sorry, but I couldn't do anything with it. Well, no, but I wanted to give him to somebody. I don't have time to deal with it. I don't either. Good for Matt. Yeah. You guys got the crash gate issue. I have control, right? Looking at it.
Hey, Doug. Review. Oh, I just hit the wrong button. We're going to play things back here. We're watching Just Jay. We were celebrating for him, and he slid up and said, I didn't go through the crash gate. When I replayed the tape there, he is behind something. He hits the carpet on his way to the crash gate and rolls past the crash gate. He is behind the ground stations. So what happens, us watching in real time, we're looking at multiple things. It kind of looked like he was on his way to that crash gate. You even see green LEDs there. You're like, it looks like in the crash gate. So let's watch this back in real time here. Start finish gate, ground, behind the ground stations. And he's trying to turtle. Top left, that's Just Jay trying to turtle. But he is stuck. He's trying to recover his craft remotely And then Cowboy West goes in. OG Dr. Love goes in. So that position is now gone. The transfer position. So that switches things. And then there's two techs in. So we have a correction to the numbers there. So I'm going to have to hit a whole bunch of buttons, Paul, if you can slowly do whatever you're doing. We're going to need less than 90 seconds to update some things. So that means he's fourth. Means Cowboy West gets the win. OG Dr. Love gets second. They're going to advance to match number 8. And they'll give two techs third, Just Jay fourth. And so that'll take them to match number 7. Now we got to shuffle some people around. Is there any? I just got a 1 second. So who did I move up? Cowboy West and OG Dr. Love. So OG Dr. Love, I got a channel change for you. You're going to go to race band 8 when you come back in match number 8. Just Jay, I think you're on race band 1. You're going to move to race band 2 when you come back in match number 7 in that redemption bracket. Dougie, did you update yours? Cowboy West first. Yep. All right, let's go to match number 5. Pilots are patiently waiting. Thank you for your patience, pilots. Want to fix all the errors before they caused us more issues down the road. But now we are good. Match number 5, redemption bracket race. Top 2 stay alive. 3rd and 4th going to finish in that 13 to 16 range. A pro. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Trash Biss with the whole shot. He's got a little bit of company with him. I believe that's Monster Duke. Now Monster Duke up into the lead. Just kind of running your own race. Chainsaw, Trash Biss, and Callisto are all kind of grouped together. Monster Duke out onto lap 2, 1 down, 2 to go with a 4-second lead. There's Trash Biss running second. And our leader with some issues kind of went off the course and back on again. Callisto running 3rd, Chainsaw running 4th, but your leader, Monster Duke, lost a little bit of that lead that he had. Callisto now closest to him. Callisto's only a gate back off of our leader as they go Trash Biss, Monster Duke, and Callisto. Those are your 3 on lap number 3. There's Chainsaw. He's 4 seconds back from the transfer position. All 4 pilots working on lap number 3. Advantage right now, Trash Biss in the lead. Monster Duke trying to catch up. He's in second. And Monster Duke now in the lead. Monster Duke now finishing the race. And I got Monster Duke, then Callisto, then Trash Biss. 1, 2, 3 at the end. Monster Duke, Callisto, 1 and 2. Trash Biss, 3rd. Chainsaw, 4th. Results are unofficial at the moment. Our judges are talking about a few things here behind the scenes. Is everything good, or you want to see the video? Oh, but he was 3rd, it doesn't matter. Okay. You can review it, though. Well, for overall ranking placement, if you care. And so 1st and 2nd, not under review. So we're going to take Monster Duke and Callisto to match number 9 And I believe no channel changes. Yeah, no channel changes. Match number 9. The next time that we're going to see Monster Duke and Callisto. I want to say hello and welcome to everyone watching on the Multi-GP YouTube channel. We say hello to Captain Calgary, cheering on Farmers. Yeah, getting behind the Canadians. Kujatron also having a good time. He says, Monster Duke will win the whole thing if he doesn't crash. He crashes a lot. Well, he was in the redemption bracket, so yeah, he did crash. But that last race didn't crash a lot, so he is running hot. The Tree Seeker says, let's go, Bobby. Say hello to Double A. We say hello to Hosan Commander FPV on the Multi-GP YouTube channel. Now over to the channel that's blowing up the chat, the weBLEED FPV channel. We say welcome back to Cat's FPV channel. Say hello to Sharp Turns FPV in-house and watching online. Too Close FPV. Red Sky FPV. Dr. Ride. Rhea, Mrs. Metalcraft. Welcome, welcome. We're excited to have each and every one of you with us. Who was cheering on Farmers? Was that Cat's FPV channel? Well, here's your boy. We're in the winner's bracket. Match number 6, top 2 in this, advancing to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. You got Farmers, you got Scrap Heap, you got IP, you got FPV Gaps. Final preparations in play and underway. Let's launch them. Pilots, arm those quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Clean start, but a rough start for FPV Gaps. Smashed the carpet and the Craftsman in hard, and I don't think that video is coming back when it goes gray behind the OSD. Scrap Heap. Farmers, IP, your unofficial running order here on the opening lap. Remember, it's 3-lap races. Scrap Heap, IP, Farmers. A little switch around between IP and Farmers, but only 1.4 seconds separating the 3 pilots right now. Scrap Heap still holding them off here after a lap and a half. But IP and Farmers hunting for the win of this one, at least second. White flag flies for Scrap Heap. IP and Farmers 2 seconds behind them as we may be transitioning for that battle for that second transfer position. IP still just ahead of Farmers. Farmers just needs to pass 1 quad in this section to remain in the winner's bracket. Otherwise, it's redemption bracket bound, and it just about happened there. Just the Farmers almost had an opportunity for the dive to catch IP, but IP will get to the crash gate before Farmers, only 3 seconds ahead. And so a win, another win, back-to-back wins for Scrap Heap to go to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. IP going to pull up a second. He goes to match 11 as well. Third in the match going to go to Farmers. Fourth in the match going to FPV Gaps. And no channel changes on the winner's side. Scrap Heap and IP back in match 11. No channel changes. And into the redemption bracket, Farmers, you got a channel change. Race band 6 for Farmers. When you come back with FPV Gaps in match 9. And results are unofficial on that last one as we see it on the screen. That one is under review. Got an emotional roller coaster with Cat's FPV channel. When FPV Gaps crashed out, they wrote, "No gray death." And then quickly transitioned. Go Scrap Heap. It's great when there's more than 2 pilots in a heat. You can just switch teams in a hurry. Cheer on everyone. A great thanks to all of our great partners of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Web Championship. R&B IT Solutions, in addition to weBLEED FPV, our ultimate sponsors.
And he goes all the way down to 4th.
Well, we got some missed gates by Scrap Heap in that last one. Missed gates. Gonna give them 4th in match number 6. So if you can y'all can just take it easy before you get into chairs here in our next heat. I want to play catch up. So that is going to now take IP and Farmers up in the winners bracket. So Farmers, what channel were you on? Do you remember? All right, you're going to stay on 2. I don't know if you changed channels or not, but I'm going to put you back on 2. You're back in match 11 now, semifinal of the winners bracket with IP. So that is now going to take Scrap Heap to match 9 in the redemption bracket. And Scrap Heap, you're going to go to race band 6. Scrap Heap, race band 6 when you come back in match number 9. I'm all caught up on my end. I'm not sure if you guys are waiting on me. Thanks for our platinum partners and their support, Beta FPV. Yes, sir. Thank you, Beta FPV. Air 65 2, brushless whoop quadcopter. They say the best 65mm micro quadcopter. Of course, they got the great craft to get the cinematic experience with the naked GoPro. Go to those really unique, tight places. Yes, sir. Beta FPV. Thank you for your continued support and for being a platinum sponsor of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We also want to thank Emax USA. They're one of our diamond sponsors. The Red Bottom Boys. Big part of what we do. This is match number 7. Just Jay, 2 Techs, Bagzilla, Equity. Top 2 stay alive, bottom 2 finishing in that 13 to 16 range. Good luck, pilots. We're going green. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Good start here for our field. Just Jay with the whole shot in the early lead. He finds himself in this redemption bracket as a top qualifier, but that could mean if he's successful, one more pack than everyone. And we may be down to just 2. Just Jay, 2 Techs in P1, P2. Bagzilla running in P3. Equity playing catch up. As Just Jay goes on to lap 2. 1 down, 2 to go. There's Bagzilla climbing up a spot. He's now running second, going on to lap 2. Then you got 2 Techs and Equity 3 seconds back in a battle for third, which is so close behind the battle for second. And we just lost 2 Techs. We're on the final lap now with Just Jay on to lap 3. Pair of 22s. He was doing like 21s, and in qualifying, it doesn't need it. He's just going to finish up this lap and this time get to the crash gate to stay in the winner's bracket. As we have a battle for second, Equity and Bagzilla. Just Jay gets to the crash gate this time around to stay alive. Sounded like 2 Techs just spiked it into our spectator seating zone. And Equity, who was in second, just crashed. That moves Bagzilla up into second. But needs to finish, and finish he does. Bagzilla getting across the line in second to remain in the redemption bracket. Looks like third going to go to Equity, fourth to 2 Techs. That is going to put them in that 13 to 16 range, as we will take Just Jay and Bagzilla to match number 10. No channel changes, no channel changes. But they tell me that results are unofficial on that one.
Oh, Equity was third.
Doesn't.
I can tell you right now that the other guy, well, 2 Techs was a hard
2 Techs?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We're going to call results official on that last one. Match 8, winners bracket. Where we're going next. Goons FPV. Skittles and Cowboy West, your next 4 pilots to fly. Thank you to our gold sponsors, Radio Master. My household is a Boxster household. Happy Model. Damaged. Asher's Chocolate Company. VCI Hobby. 533, Gem Fan, HQ Prop, HD0. Our silver sponsors as well, Newbie Drone. And Maddie Blunts. Maddie Blunts is with us in the lobby. Got a booth open. You want to get a great memento to take home? They tell me 6 o'clock is the cutoff for the Maddie Blunts booth. So make sure you visit with them. Got some great designs. Like, I love the flame whoop. Match number 8, winners bracket. First and second advancing to semifinal of winners bracket versus IP and Farmers. Third and fourth going into the redemption bracket. Let's go green. Pilots, arm those quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. All 4 through. Listen, 0.7 of a second separating all 4. Look at that. Yet to get an early leader. A thing of beauty. Line of sight into that corkscrew section. Don't want to jinx it. No mistakes. Until Cowboy West crashed into that gate right there. Cowboy West leading in Goons, Skittles, OG, Dr. Love. 4 seconds separating all 4 pilots after 1 lap down, 2 laps to go. Here at match number 8, the pro bracket of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Was that a midair between Skittles and Wes? Oh, man. That was the midair of the day. We haven't seen a midair like that in a while. That might have been some strategy there because Cowboy West was running second. Skittles hit him and then took Cowboy West longer to get back up. Skittles just took second. So this is like demo drones, a little bit of contact. As you hear the bell, that's Goons FPV getting through and to the crash gate as well. He's doing a little yaw to ensure that he is in it. Now a little victory dance inside the crash gate. 9 seconds back, Goons FPV in second. Skittles will be third, missing the top 2 by 2 seconds, and that's going to take him into our redemption bracket. So Goons and OG Dr. Love, your 2 going to the semifinal, the winners bracket. And then we'll take FPV Skittles and Cowboy West into our redemption bracket. No channel changes on the front side. Goons FPV and OG Dr. Love, match 11, no channel changes. And FPV Skittles, you got to go to race band 1 when you come back in match 10. Race band 1 for Skittles. When you come back in match number 10, along with Cowboy West in that redemption bracket. And DVR reviews complete to this point. All results are official. Matches 1 through 8. Yeah, that was crazy carnage in that last one. We're swamping a few things out. So while we have a second here, we're going to appreciate the midair between Skittles and Cowboy West. Skittles in the top right, Cowboy West the bottom left. Cowboy West is ahead of Skittles, but as you look in Skittles' FPV feed, you see Cowboy West in front of them. Just above that dive gate. So they go around. They're not lining up with the dive gate. They're trying to come back to the table. That is the midair there. And that pushed Cowboy West down. He lost 2 positions. Skittles gained 2 positions, but in the end, they go to the redemption bracket. Match number 9. 3rd and 4th, finish in that 9 to 12 range. Top 2, advancing to match 12. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Was that a minute? There's a quad over here. Well, they're talking about Monster Duke's crashes. There's another one and another one and another one. Let's see if he can get back into this. FPV Gaps, your leader here on the opening lap. 3 lap races, of course, 1 down, 2 to go for FPV Gaps. Scrap Heap, 1.2 seconds back in second. Callisto, a second behind him. So this is a tight one for those top 3 positions. As we're trying to catch up here with Monster Duke, who's almost a lap back. Monster Duke now gets on to the lead lap, but he's 14 seconds off the transfer position. And we just lost Callisto, who is in 3rd. That moves Monster Duke up into 3rd. As your top 2 going on the final lap, it's still FPV Gaps, but this time around, Scrap Heap has found 0.6 of a second. He's hotter on the heels. FPV Gaps now. FPV Gaps down, succumbing to the pressure. Your new leader is Scrap Heap up into P1. FPV Gaps trying to get back up, and Callisto just went by FPV Gaps, moving Callisto up into the number 2 spot. Scrap Heap with another W, and he remains in the competition. There we go, 2 seconds back for Callisto, and he is for sure in our crash gate. And then FPV Gaps, that last crash cost him 13 seconds and another race in the redemption bracket. He's going to pull up 3rd, and Monster Duke going to finish up strong here. And we're going to give him 4th, putting him in that 9 to 12 range in our pro class here at the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Let's take Scrap Heap and Callisto further on. Match number 12, no channel changes. Scrap Heap and Callisto, no channel changes. You're back in match number 12, which means you are now in the hole. Catching up on the chat, it's been blowing up for Goons, last year's sport class champion. Right now is winning a lot. He is doing quite well. He is in the semifinal, the winner's bracket. And that'd be a great story if he's able to win pro. Holy guy. Last year's sport champ, this year's pro champ. What's next, elite or alien? Match number 10 into our redemption bracket, or remaining in our redemption bracket. We're at 10 with Just Jay, Bagzilla, FPV Skittles, Cowboy West. Match number 10. Top 2 staying alive. 3rd and 4th. Finishing in that 9 to 12 range of pro. Good luck, pilots. We're going green. Arm those quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. We're off to the races. Running order, Just Jay, Skittles, Wes, Bangzilla. Less than 9/10 of a second separating our field. And our leader, Just Jay, just went down. Now he's going to be playing catch up with 3 laps in front of him. He's already got most of the field in his targets. It looks like Skittles, your early leader. No, Cowboy Wes. Then Skittles, separated by 2 seconds. And Just Jay in the number 3 spot, 9/10 of a second back from the transfer position. And then Bagzilla, he is only 2.3 seconds back from the transfer position. We're working on lap 2. Still another one to go after this one. And Cowboy West, Just Jay going on to lap number 3. FAB Skittles 1.9 seconds back from the transfer position. So Wes and Jay, well, just got a little bit of breathing room as Skittles had to double back for something. But now Skittles just got an opportunity as Just Jay had to double back for something. And Cowboy West, I think, is the only one who's out front. No, it's going to be Just Jay going 0 to hero. Skittles is in. I think we're going to get all 4 pilots in, but the question is, where did we lose Cowboy West's video? After he crash gated? Yeah, but I don't know about the finish order. This one. The whole And so they're calling for a review of the finish on that one.
Finish gate, flame breakage. For who? All of them. And towards the beginning. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about launch? No, the start, the crash gate. Okay. Not the end.
Am I frozen? Oh, yeah. All right, there's so much being reviewed. I got the finish loaded. Let's take a look at the crash gates. Everyone finishing. Just Jay, top right, first one to finish in the crash gate. He's in. They're talking about start-finish gates and crash gates. Just Jay's in. Now we're watching Cowboy West. Cowboy West is in. Yeah, West was in, legit. He may have bounced out. Yeah. And then we're looking at Skittles. Okay. Oh, you guys are reviewing Wes? I don't know why. Wes was second. No, Wes was second. Yeah, I did. I just replayed it. Watch back in the stream. I make sure. Guys, we got to make sure that we're sure. We're going to make sure that we're sure. We're going to verify. Okay. Yes, I am sure. But we have a... So right now we've confirmed the finish order. But we have to ensure... We have to confirm a lap on Cowboy West. He was second. And so that becomes very important. We can run the next race. Yes, Paul, thanks. So just Jay and Cowboy West, I'm giving first and second. Skittles was third. Bangzilla is fourth. If Cowboy West doesn't pass the DVR check, then that'll tag in Skittles. So Skittles stand by. But in the interim, I'm going to bump up Just Jay and Cowboy West. Cowboy West with a star beside his name. That turns that Cowboy into a real sheriff, huh? And he is going to move to race band 8. Cowboy West, race band 8. When you come back in match number 12, a break of 1 if you pass the DVR review. We're going to go to match 11, semifinal, the winner's bracket. And again, results are unofficial in match 10. We are playing that one back. I guess there was like 4 conversations happening behind the scenes, but of course I was like half dazed and pointing my microphone like a reporter at all the comments. And so I guess there's a little bit of a chat here. I definitely don't think bounce out of the crash gate should be a DQ ever. Yeah, no, we're not. We don't have a rule about bouncing out of the crash gate. But earlier, especially in Hobbyist and in Sport, we had pilots crash into the crash gate, but the outer rim and not break that plane. We've seen that happen a few times. In fact, we've even seen it happen once here in Pro this afternoon. But you need to be in the crash gate. You can bounce out. And so results are coming in after review. Results are official. Cowboy West will advance with Just Jay to match number 12. And so that is going to put Skittles and Bangzilla in that 9 to 12 ranking of Pro at the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. Semifinal, the winner's bracket, OG Dr. Love, Goons, FPV, Farmers, and IP sent to fly. Top 2 go to our final 4. Bottom 2 to the redemption bracket. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races. Goons FPV, the whole shot and able to hold everyone off here on the opening lap, but he has company just a foot behind him, and now he goes down. OG Dr. Love is down. That moves IP up into the lead. Farmers right with them. They're separated by 1.4 seconds, but they are well out now on lap number 2 as we are trying to recover a craft here with Goons FPV. He's back up. OG Dr. Love moving up into 3rd, but he is way back from our leaders, 17 seconds back. So IP and Farmers have almost a half a lap lead, almost a 3/4 lap lead as we put them on their final lap, separated by a second. IP still leading Farmers, but again, they are good by 17 seconds to move into our final 4 if they maintain those lines. And now they're on top of each other, battling it out here for the win as we line things up at the end. What a finish right there. I have no idea. Was it Farmers or was it IP to hit the crash gate first? We'll play it back just to enjoy it. Both of them going to the final 4. As we get across the line with Goons FPV and OG Dr. Love with a photo finish as well. Not sure if we're going to want to talk to our judges or not on that one. Sounds like everyone is good. So Farmers and IP, congratulations. You're moving to match number 14, no channel changes. OG Dr. Love and Goons FPV match number 13. No channel changes. No channel changes. And so let's look at this is pretty incredible here. This might be the 2 closest finishes we've seen today in the exact same race. I want to say Farmers and IP in a nail biter to the start finish gate, and then Goons and OG Dr. Love in a nail biter to to the start-finish gates. All right, so first ones we're looking at Farmers and IP. Farmers top right, IP bottom left. Farmers, IP. Farmers well out in front of IP. Let's take it back to the start-finish gate. Yeah, Farmers with a pretty good advantage there. Bang, 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 bang. Great finish. But now, what about the Goons and OG Dr. Love show here at the end? They're pretty close as well. OG Dr. Love and Goons FPV. Not bad at all right there. Into the redemption bracket. Matches 12 and 13, final stages of the redemption bracket. We are down to 8 pilots. 2 of them are already in the final 4. Farmers and IP. Here in match 12, we'll have Scrap Heap, Callisto, Just Jay, and Cowboy West. Top 2 in this next matchup go to the semifinal, the redemption bracket versus Goons FPV and OG Dr. Love. The top 2 in that going to our final 4 versus Farmers and IP. I'm so glad that we don't have a Freely FPV in the same heat as IP. How many times I'd say IP Freely? I'd probably say it 6 or 7 times. 6, 7, 6. Pilots are set to fly. Arm your quadcopters. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Big start, Just Jay with the whole shot. Scrap Heap, Cowboy West. Scrap Heap with issues. Scrap Heap was a gunner. He is now back up. He's kind of been like a creeper. He like gets things lined up and finds a gear, and now he's gonna need to do it. Cowboy West doing a little turtle mode action. So Callisto in second. Just Jay went on to lap number 2. He's your leader. Just Jay with a 22.3. There's Callisto, 4.9 seconds back from his leader. Remember what I just said about Scrap Heap? He's 1.2 seconds back from the transfer position. He's caught up to Callisto. And Cowboy West with a pretty good recovery as well. He's only 6 seconds back from the transfer position. The entire field on lap 2 as Just Jay just went on to lap number 3. A third and final lap of match number 12 here in this redemption bracket. Scrap Heap and Callisto in a battle for second. 6 seconds back from our leader. They're on top of each other. Cowboy West now a little closer to them. Only 4 seconds back. Just Jay coming into the crash gate, and he stays alive. And his last lap at 19.5. He's got to be stoked about that. As we turn our attention to Scrap Heap and Callisto, I got Scrap Heap in the crash gates. And there's Cowboy West. There's Callisto. Looks like Cowboy West is going to get third. That is going to put him 7th overall. Callisto got 4th. That is going to make him 8th overall. And now we're down to 6 pilots. Let's take Just Jay and Cowboy West to the semifinal, the redemption bracket, which is up next. Channel change for Cowboy West going to race band 6. Cowboy West, race band 6. They tell me results are official. Whose? Yeah, Cowboy West's video was pretty rough. No, Scrap Heap. Scrap Heap had a terrible video. Yeah, 2 heats in a row. But what points us to he was having quad problems the timer didn't even see his last pass. And so that tells us, without looking at anything, he's outputting low power. And we'll see what happens. Oh, I gotta hit buttons. Semi-final of the redemption brackets. Stand by. We need 20 seconds. Next race is going to start in less than 30 seconds. We appreciate your patience. With peace and love, peace and love. I'm amazed that I caught that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens that every 20 seconds I pretty much look at all of them. I'm like, hey, wrong guy. Are you good, Doug? No? No, second. We're going to unplug it. If they want to swap a battery, they would. That looks like you have it right now. Yeah. Doug's ready. So pilots, you just want to put a new battery in? It's up to you. We appreciate you working with us. We are ready for you when you are ready for us. Coming together. Semi-final, the redemption bracket. What a list of pilots right here. OG Dr. Love. Top 16 of Elite 2 years ago. Top 4 in Pro this division last year. And right now, he is 2 positions out of that top 4. But he has a chance to put himself in that Final 4. Goons FPV, last year's sport champion. Just Jay, 2 years ago, hitting the podium in Hobbyist. And Scrap Heap, last year, had bad luck. But here he finds himself in the top 6. That bad luck is turning good. In fact, you can throw any kind of luck at Scrap Heap. We saw that. He had really rough video, but he's able to fly through the pain and make it here to this semifinal of the redemption brackets. Therefore, you can pick 2. Only 2 are going to make it to our Final 4, the Pro Class Division here at the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. They are ready. Top 2 going to the Chase CA's final. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Fantastic start for all 4. Less than 0.8 of a second separating all 4. Your leader was just Jay, and he had to double back. As long as he flies smooth, he'll be able to make up that ground. Goons FPV, your leader here on the opening lap. Then you got Scrap Heap, OG Dr. Love, and Just Jay. There we go. They are now on to lap number 2. And I had the running order exactly right. Holy guy. 2.3 seconds separating the entire field. And we just lost OG Dr. Love. He's back up. But now little breathing room. You got 3 vying at the front, separated by 2 seconds. Continuing to chase. Looks to be Goons FPV. Now look at this. Goons has got some company with them. Just Jay now making a push to the front. Just Jay and Goons FPV with Scrap Heap 1.6 seconds back. Got to try and find Just Jay or Goons. OG Dr. Love gets onto the final lap. Everyone's got to finish that final lap. And Just Jay missed the crash gate again. Did he double back in time to get in there? They say he did. They say he did. And that is going to be a review on the finish. But what an ending that one was right there.
You should have that video.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 on review and validity. Finish only. Yeah, 6 is clean, but I think Scrap Heap beat second in depending on what happens.
All right. I got it.
Doug? Doug?
All right. The first one to watch is Just Jay. Top right. So this is his first attempt at the crash gate. Bounces off to the side. And it was like deja vu all over again. So now he's going to recover. Remember where he was crashed the last time and put himself in the redemption bracket? Exact same spot, right beside the ground station. He comes up, but look at where OG Dr. Love is at. Scrap Heap comes through. So the first one into our crash gate is Scrap Heap. Now look where Goons is. Look where Goons is. He is in the start-finish gate, lining up the crash gate. Look at Just Jay. He is in front of the crash gate, but he has no momentum, and he has himself in his FPV feed. That's got to be a little out-of-body experience. Now we're going full send, both pilots, and there's Just Jay across the line, ahead of Goons in third. So Scrap Heap 1, Just Jay 2nd, Goons 3rd. And you want to see how close it was for Just Jay and Goons? Just watch the 2 on the top of your screen now. That was a nail biter. Difference of staying in the competition or walking away in the top 6 right there. Outstanding and dramatic finish there in that one. So we are going to hit 19,000 buttons here. Scrap Heap with the win. Just Jay 2nd. Goons in 3rd. That's going to put Goons 5th overall. OG Dr. Love 4th in the heat. That'll put him 6th overall. And now I move Just Jay and Scrap Heap to our final 4. Channel changes coming in. Just Jay going to race band 1. Race band 1 for Just Jay. Scrap Heap to race band 8. Scrap Heap R8. Yeah, buddy. This is our pro division. Tobias Yoder FPV says OG is first place in our hearts. Yeah, that is right, Tobias. OG Dr. Love, 6th in pro in 2026 and number 1 in our hearts. That was close. Now you're at your final 4 in pro. Props Off says Just Jay showing consistency. Yes. he consistently crashes between the start-finish gate and the crash gate. He consistently crashes and lands underneath the HD0 ground station by the R&B IT Solutions wall hanger. He still makes it. Yeah, still was able to make it. But what an out-of-body experience right there. Looking at the crash gate. We got our ranking, thank you, Diver, down. 5th through 16th of Pro. Pretty good finish. And if you've enjoyed the racing so far in our Pro class, you're going to see a whole bunch more. It's now time for your Final Four. It is Chase the Ace for your championship of Pro class. That means we're going to run this final group of pilots repeatedly until someone gets 2 wins, 2 aces. It's called Chase the Ace. We love the format because you see your top 4 run again and again. Once a pilot gets 2 wins, they're the champion. Second, third, and fourth going to be decided by those finish points. The higher you finish, the lower your points, and the better you'll rank. So a pair of seconds would be 4 points. A pair of thirds would be 6 points. So obviously a pair of seconds beats a pair of thirds, just like it does in poker. However, if there is a tie, we will have a race-off. So this could go upwards of 6 heats. If we go sudden death on Chase the Ace plus the race-off for podium position, I don't think we've ever seen that. We have had race-offs here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. As we get set for your Final Four, it's Canada versus America. Hopefully they can perform better than the hockey players could, men and women's at the Olympics. Yes, sir. Let's go to Team Canada first. The 2023 hobbyist podium finisher, Just Jay, and our second runner-up, third on our podium in Pro a year ago, Farmers. Now we go to the Americans, IP from New York and Scrap Heat from Washington. A lot of big stories. They're all top 4, but now we got to decide our podium. Let's award some aces. Let's get some wins. The time to win is now. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We are off to the races, and Just Jay with the whole shot. He is a top qualifier in this group, and, well, he's got a little bit of an advantage. He knows his one weakness, and he doesn't have to worry about that just yet until the crash gate is upon us as he pulls about 2 gates ahead of Farmers. Farmers is out front. So the hockey team is now being redeemed by the drone racers. And no, let's have a little switch up in there. Scrap Heap, again, flying through the pain, moves himself up into second. He's 1.8 seconds behind Just Jay after 1 lap. Farmer's running third, 2.7 seconds back from second. And IP is 13 seconds back from our leader. So not too much gap after 1. Just Jay onto lap number 3 now, 2 laps down, and onto his final lap, 2.8 seconds good. We're seeing some gapping here, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 9 seconds between the 4 positions, and so as long as no one crashes, this is how it's going to finish. Chase the Ace round number 1. Just Jay in the crash gate without making contact with the carpet, so that's a good sign for him. First ace awarded here in our Pro class. There's Farmers across into the crash gate in second. And so, Canada 1 and 2 in Chase the Ace round number 1. And Scrap Heap pulling up third. IP pulling up fourth right there. If you thought that racing was good, we get to race him again as we have awarded an ace to Just Jay. We are not going to crown a champion until someone and anyone gets 2 wins in our Chase the Ace championship for the Pro class. Judges say all things are good. Results are official in Chase the Ace round number 1. So once we grid them up again, where's the "O Canada" coming from? Was that through a speaker? Oh, someone was singing it. Yeah. He's diagnosing an issue. Chat's blowing up right now. All kinds of fire. We have lots of racing to go. This is our Pro Class Championship. Coming up in about an hour, we're going to be going green with our Elite Top 16. Pilots are working their way to chairs. Last time we went green, IP was 4th, Scrap Heap was 3rd, Farmers was 2nd, and Just Jay, the top qualifier, got the win. He has an ace. If Just Jay wins this next race, he is your Pro Class champion. It is on Farmers, Scrap Heap, and IP to get a win here in round 2 to push it to a 3rd round. Hope you're ready for it. As the pilots are, here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. We're live on the tone in less than 5. Great start this time. The whole shot going to Scrap Heap. He's trying to make a statement. He's won a couple of heat races. He's come from behind in a few races. And he is now holding himself 2nd. Just Jay, your leader, crashing. Scrap Heap up into the number 1 spot. Farmers running 2nd. Now Farmers just at a Scrap Heap. So it's Farmers and Scrap Heap. And I think they're the only 2 flying right now in Chase the Ace round number 2. Just Jay needs the finish points. If he's able to take off, it could help him. And now Farmers with issues. Farmers on his lid. Scrap Heap now into the lead. He was trailing by 1.6 seconds. Now he's leading by about 3 on lap number 2. Now on to the 3rd and final lap. We take Scrap Heap. He's flying consistent. 23.7 the opening lap. 22.6 the second lap. And so this one's going to go a couple of rounds by the looks of things, as we have a 2nd ace to chase. Farmers getting on to lap number 3. Scrap Heap with a 16-second lead gets to the gate, and he earns his first ace of the round. 2nd going to go to Farmers. And now we have to figure out who went further, Just Jay or IP.
Hey, you got a DVR review. Do you know where IP went down? Or where Just Jay went down? We don't know yet.
So we're going to play back some tape here as we get batteries back in. We know 1st and 2nd, Scrap Heap and Farmers, but now we need to figure out who went further, IP or Just Jay. Chat's blowing up for Scrap Heap right now. We even have a YouTube user by the name of Scrap Heap Fan who is hashtag super proud. Dr. Ride's been cheering on Scrap Heap all afternoon long. Says, good job, Scrap Heap.
So you just got to figure out where IP crashed and where Just Jay crashed. Who went further? But, okay.
And so 4th is going to be awarded to IP in round number 2 with Chase the Ace. 3rd is going to go to Just Jay. And so we are in a holding pattern. So Douglas finishing order is Scrap Heap 1, Farmers 2, Just Jay 3, IP 4. You did? Yeah, what you have on the screen is right. So we are lining things up here with some quad video issues. Until we get a big nod. Don't forget, 5:30 Eastern, the elite of the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. If you haven't done any poking around at qualifying broadcasts or data, social media, seeing who's here in attendance, your top 16 of Elite, T-Mad, Dingles, Nightwing, Static, Blasta, AC, FPV Cam, Pork Chop, Pino, Ugellan, Tweech, Custom FPV, Shark FPV, Mr. Man, AK FPV, and your top qualifier, Neon FPV. Neon, who's going to go for his second weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. He won Elite 2 years ago, was our reserve champion last year. Remember last year, the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship, T-Dog was our elite champion. Sounds like we've sorted things out. JC Ace round number 3, moments away. JC Ace round number 3. Just Jay has an ace. Scrap Heap has an ace. If either of those two pilots win, they are your pro class champion. It's on IP or Farmers to get an ace. AJ FPV says, time for an ace, Farmers. Well, he's going to try and get you on AJ FPV. Good luck, pilots. We're going green. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Scram Peep again with a whole shot. Just Jay with an issue. He's going to have to go from back of the pack to the front again. So your running order, Scrap Heap, then Farmers, then IP. Farmers just bounced off a gate. So Scrap Heap distancing the field here a little bit. As the rest of the field hungry. Scrap Heap on to lap number 2. IP up into second. 2.3 seconds behind our leader. Farmers is looking for his first ace. He's 5 seconds away from our leader, and Just Jay 8 seconds back off of our leader, Scrap Heap. And again, Scrap Heap has an ace. If he's able to hold him off for another lap and a half, he is your pro class champion. White flag flies, 1 to go for Scrap Heap. He had a 2.3 second lead. Now he's gapped it to a 4.5 second lead. As Just Jay gets onto that lead lap with IP and Scrap Heap. Just Jay 7.1 seconds back off of our leader as we continue watching Scrap Heap do his thing as he gets set to go the distance. Bring him to the crash gate. Scrap Heap is your pro class champion of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. And now, looks like 0.6 of a second between IP over Just Jay at the timing gate. So we are going to have to take a little look just to confirm the crash gate order at the end.
IP was second, dude. Yeah. Replay. 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 Doug, replay. Can you turn around and tell Doug replay, please?
So looking at the finish order, we're talking 4 seconds to the good for Scrap Heap. Scrap Heap is in the start-finish gate. IP pulls a second place. 0.6 of a second back, Just Jay. Bouncing off. Just Jay bounced off the crash gate, then goes back into the, bounces off the crash gate twice. Does Just Jay go into the crash gate?
Huh? How? He hit the gate. He didn't go into it. He didn't go into it. That's the carpet. So that's crashing into it, right? He's not inside it. So Just Jay doesn't go in. Did Just Jay go in the crash gate? He crashed into it. Then
Yes, he did.
He went
Second
inside?
position. Yeah, he missed it first, but he got back in. He was at the finish for first and second and third in the crash gate, which should be exactly the same.
IP is already in the crash gate.
Yeah, he was second.
IP was second.
Who was first?
Scrap Heap, then IP, then Just Jay. IP was second. Then
Let me
Just
see
Jay.
it.
And so, after review of the tape, the finish order in heat number 3, Scrap Heap first, IP second. Oh no, my question was, did Just Jay go into the start-finish gate? Because we don't know if he goes into the start-finish gate. If he doesn't go in the start-finish gate, then the other pilot, Farmers, would get third over Just Jay. So we... So Just Jay third.
Yes.
Farmers fourth. And so we don't have a tie. And so we have your final ranking coming in. Your pro class.
Jace.
So final points tally coming in. Pair of fourths and a second. Top 4 finish for IP. You're gonna have to do push-ups the next time you tell me that I'm not right. With such authority. And I am right? I was right. I wrote in Sharpie. It's aggressive. Your second runner-up, third on our podium, a pair of seconds and a fourth, 8 points, Farmers. Your reserve champion, a first and a pair of thirds, Just Jay. And your pro class champion with a pair of aces, flying through the pain, Scrap Heap. We'll get some hardware, and Borg Slayer will hand out the hardware to your champs of the pro class of the 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing pro class finish here in 2026 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships in beautiful, albeit snowy, Fayetteville, New York here today. All right, guys, you guys were all amazing. I just want to congratulate all of you guys for grinding all through this finals. But first and foremost, we need to get down to these podium spots. But we're going to start, and this is never the least person here. We have the fourth place, which is the reserve to the podium spots, and that is going to go to AP. Let's go, buddy. AP, next year if you get third, you get money and a handshake. Good job today, buddy. We're going to get a picture with you, okay? All right, guys. This man needs no introduction. He travels all the way down here from the land of Canada, y'all. Mr. Farmers, third place. Let's go. You just won $100 too. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Yeah, let's do pictures. Who's got pictures?
They got a minute.
All right. Let's go, Farmers. All right, guys. As my illustrious commentating colleague, Joe Scully, was just saying throughout this entire finals, we had a Olympic Canadian USA matchup here. Not hockey teams, we're talking drone racing here. Let me bring in another Canadian fast boy, Just Jay, in that number 2 slot. Let's go. You guys, I remember when he first showed up here several years ago, and he won Hobbyist. First year racing whoops, this kid has gotten real fast, and he deserves every bit of these accolades right now. Let me get in here. Nice job, Just Jay. Also, you just won $150. Let's go. Yeah. Make sure you get your medal the right way for the picture. All right, thank you, Farmers. All right, you guys, this is the moment you've been waiting for here in the pro class. I don't think I need to give this guy any introduction. Hailing out of Detroit, making his way out of Washington, Scrap Heap. Let's go, Corbin. First place, 2026. weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships. All right, you got one? Then I'm coming in, Paul. Coming in. Hold on. So Corbin knows he also just won $300. May not pick up the plane ticket, but it's going to help. Oh, you drove? Yeah, it's definitely paying for gas. All right, Corbin, a.k.a. Scrap Heap, y'all. All right, let's get a 4-pilot heat shot here. Great job, pro class. We're going to get ready to wrap up. I'm going to send it back to Joe Scully as he does an outro for our 2026 weBLEED Northeast Championships pro class. Excellent job, guys.
Thank you, Borg Slayer. Congratulations, Farmers, Just Jay, and Scrap Heap, and Olympic hockey fans. Yeah, America wins again. They won again right there. Well, I saw in the chat there, they're like, I don't think Just Jay went in the start-finish gate. One of the pilots came up, or the crash gate. One of the pilots came up after. He's like, I don't think that he went in the crash gate. And most people know, I'm his dad, and I asked 3 people 3 times. I don't think he went in the crash gate. So while we're doing awards there, I was able to pull this up, and we're going to see him. This is the second attempt of the crash gate. He goes in right there. Now, it looks like a blur, right? But if you look closely right there, you see the 3 poles of the gate, and that material is the netting inside the crash gate. So we have now triple checked that he did go inside. There's an upside down view of it. And then, of course, why it looked confusing is then he bounces out and he is on the carpet again. So results are official. No womp 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 moment there, thank gosh. And our congratulations to our podium there in Pro Class. Well, the clock has stopped at 5 ahead of 5. In about 10 minutes' time, we're going to have our Elite Pro Class pilot briefing. Then we're going to have those 16 pilots fly a bunch. Some warm-up packs here. Each of them going to get 3 packs on the course, which means in somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour, we're going to be back with a brand new event on the Multi-GP YouTube channel and on the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel, the Elite Top 16 Final. That is going to be a new broadcast, and again, we're going to be live. I know it says 5:30, but it's going to be closer to 6 p.m. Eastern when we start with match number 1. What a field, though, too. T-Mad, Dingles, Nightwing, Static, Blasta, AC, FPV Cam, Pork Chop, Pino, Ugelin, Tweech, Custom FPV, Shark FPV, Mr. Man, AK FPV, and Neon FPV. Your Elite 16, and they're going to be right here on this YouTube channel in glorious 4K high definition in just about an hour. We'll see you then.